Right, I'm now going to put in the life saving aid, and I want my gold, come out of TrueView, I want digitize blocks and start here. Make certain I trap in the bottoms of that stalk and the top of stem. And I'm not too worried if I get a small gap up here. Right, now I think it's time to try our embossed snake. So, embossed. I don't want you, sunshine. I want something different. And I do love my Ziggy. It made perfect Astrakhan for me in one of my Father Christmases. Ziggy. I'll go for triangle. No, a bit big. It's only a small shape. Target. Turn pattern based on stitch angles. Not quite there, is it? Let's try a different one. Target. A bit too busy. Too many short stitches. Star. That's also a bit busy. I'm very partial to snails. Yeah, a bit busy as well. Ovals. Oh, I think I'll go with that. I quite like that. Now, I'm going to put gold along the edge of this leaf. So I'm going to come out of TrueView and start it here. Now, where do I want to do it? Okay. Digitize closed shape. Now, if I wanted to use the Florentine again, I would simply duplicate the shape, alter the colour, and then go in and alter the nodes. It's a painstaking way of doing it, but you do get an exact match for your curves. But I'm not too worried about that in this particular instance, because the program's going to have enough of a problem doing this. Safe node, Maggie. Fade this shape. And then back along here. It's a bit gory looking, isn't it? Oh, what the harm. I love gory. Right. Now I want to come and put these on the edge here. And how am I going to do these? Oh, decisions. I wonder what would happen if I told this. Remove overlaps. I want to see what will happen. Okay, let's move this into the middle. It's probably increased my stitch count no end. And oh, it's not really removed anything. It's only taken out little bits. So we'll tie that undo. And we'll close this up. Let's walk over and put these in. Come out of True View. Select you. Where's your end point? All the way up there. Don't want you up there. I want you down here. Thank you. Stop. Digitize open shape. And let's go for another walk. I really must remember to use left clicks. And I'm coming to the edge of the circle. Now I want digitize close shape and 1, 2, 3, 4, hit enter, that closes it. Open shape, and because I walk to the end, it's put my end point where I want it. I walk down to there and I come out to the edge of where I want my circle and go and digitize close shape. Right click, right click, right click, right click, hit enter. And I didn't select fill, so undo that. Fill. digitize closed shape again. Right, right, right. I could use the circle maker, but at least this way I know my end point is going to be roughly exactly where I want it, and that's opposite my start point. It saves me having to twiddle the circle maker around to get the exit point where I want it. So I hit enter, digitize closed, fill. 1, 2, 3. Now these aren't very big. I could have run along this edge with a candle wick. Hit enter again. Digitize open. But the candle wick, you're faced with the same problem. Where is your end stitch going to be? I like to know where mine is, mainly because I don't like use closest join. I know some people swear by it. I generally just end up swearing, like I want to there. Digitize closed shape again. Open. That's your first node, second, third, fourth, and they're all right nodes. Hit enter and it closes itself up, and then you hit enter again and it creates the stitches. Open shape. Out to the edge. Closed shape, fill. That's first node, second node, third node, fourth node, all rights, hit enter, it closes it up, hit enter again. And it works in exactly the same way inside of version 5. And I learnt something new today about version 5. I shouldn't have used a right mouse node, I should have used a left. I thought we had no wireframe. We do. I'm talking about inside of version 5. You hide stitches and then you hit L and your shapes come up. In other words, wireframe. In this program I hit S and my wireframe is there. Okay, digitize closed shape, fill. This is boring, isn't it? digitize with fill. First, second, third, fourth, hit enter twice, and there we go. And of course the other thing, when you do your own circles, you can graduate the sizes, which you can't do if you use candle wicks, unless you use the individual stamps, and then you get far too many stitches. Enter twice and discover that you forgot to hit fill. Now if I was working on a smooth surface fabric, I would have used contour or ripple, and I've done it again. I get really angry with myself, you know, because I know I have to have fill. Of course, because I'm not using a smooth fabric, I need to know that my stitches are going to behave and sit on the surface, because even using a topping, if you use a water-soluble topping, what happens when you wash your garment? It dissolves. And what happens then? The fabric can actually work its way through the stitches and you get all the little pokies. So digitize for your fabric. Okay, so that's those in. Let's just take a quick look in True View. There we go. Nice little row of pleasantly placed stitches. Now I want to get around to fill this in and then fill those in. So I'm going to pick up my digitized open line, come out of True View, I think I'm going to send my daughter a copy of these. I can just imagine her response. Mum, they're horrible. Digitize closed shape and fill. And this time I'm going to use tatami to act as the foil to the satin either side. You've got to think about texture as well when you're digitizing. downgrade this shape. Now, of course, you can increase your stretchiness allowance there we go. So you've got fill, satin, satin, fill, satin, fill, and then you've got backstitch. So there's a whole pile of textures going on in there, as well as your different colours. Okay, I think it's time now to start another video, because I've been chopsing on forever. I want to put gold inside of these, but I can't do that until I've done these. Or I might even do those in blue and red. I'll see.